This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, I've been doing these Monday solo analysis videos for quite a few years now, and it struck me the other day that there is one album in particular that I've done more solos from than any other by a country mile. Any idea what that might be? Any thoughts? Is it a Gary Moore album? Is it a Clapton album? A Knopfler album? Anything like that? No, it's none of those. It is, of course, this one. Over the years, I've done the solo from Southbound. I think that was the first solo from this album that I looked at. I've done Dancing in the Moonlight. Most recently, it's got to be over a year or so ago, I did the solo from Rosalie. And today, it's the turn of the opening track from the album. Yes, indeed, Jailbreak, and I did a video a little while ago, didn't I, where I was talking about, classic rock songs that don't have a guitar solo, and I should really have included the studio version of Jailbreak in that video, and I completely forgot that it didn't have a solo. It's just got that riffy bit in the middle with sirens and stuff going off, but the live version does indeed feature a fantastic, albeit short solo by Brian Robertson, and this is what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Right then, just in case you've been living under a rock since the 1970s and you've never learned to play the riff from Jailbreak, I'll run through it briefly with you. We start with an A5 chord, then to an E5 chord, and then an F sharp 5 chord. So 3 power chords, A5, E5, and F sharp 5. And then just this little single note riff, basically bouncing off the open E string and the F sharp at the 2nd fret. It's worth mentioning that, of course, the original recording is tuned 1 semitone below concert pitch, but I'm just doing this in standard tuning. So that riff there is very much resolving onto that F sharp power chord there. And then that is where the tonality lies there. So we've got an F sharp power chord. We need to ask ourselves, though, is it an F sharp major or an F sharp minor? Because a power chord is neither major nor minor, so you have to dig around a little bit within the rest of what's going on in the riff to kind of ascertain that. And immediately the answer comes F sharp minor. Why? Because we have an A chord in there, or an A power chord that has an A note in it, and if we add an A note into an F sharp power chord, we get an F sharp minor chord. So F sharp minor is the tonality, and not surprisingly we use an F sharp minor pentatonic. And we start, well, let's just have a little bit of a look at the actual pattern first of all. It's basically pattern 1 of F sharp minor pentatonic up here at the 14th fret. So 14 and 17 on the 6th string, 14, 16 on the 5th, 14, 16 on the 4th string, same again, 14, 16 on the 3rd string, 14, 17 on the 2nd string, and 14, 17 on the top E string. And the entirety of the solo is played, on basically everything except the 6th string. We do venture, most of it's on the top 3 strings, but we venture onto the 4th and 5th strings a little bit. So let's have a look at the licks that are involved here. We start Not at the beginning of the bar, actually. We start on the and of beat 2, so 1 and 2, and you come in with that bend there, 17th fret, and then we just do a little bit of bendy kind of stuff up here, and then coming down onto that bend at the 16th fret on the 3rd string. And then that little kind of, almost a Chuck Berry lick there, doing that 3rd string bend at the 16th fret, and then the 14th fret on the top two two strings there, the B and the E string, and then, so that lick there. The next part is where we start to get into a little bit of frenzied, fiery kind of territory, but it's pretty simple. Just even I can do it with 3 fingers. We're doing like some 16th note pull-off kind of things coming down the scale. So we're going, hopefully you can see that there, 17 to 14 pull-off on the top E string, and then 17 on the B string, and then back to 14 on the 1st string. Then 2 pull-offs on 17 to 14 on the B string, and then we add in the blue note, the flat 5, which in this key is a C note, just briefly at the 17th fret on the 3rd string. So like that, and then we're coming into the home straight now. Again, that's where we go on to the 5th string there for the C sharp note. And then another little kind of 16th note kind of thing there. Bend at the 16th fret on the 3rd string. Same lick as before, basically, just different timing. And then there like that, just in this middle portion of the scale, 16th to 14th frets on the 3rd and 4th strings. That bend in there, and then we hang on to that E note there at the 14th fret on the D string for a little while, and come out of the solo just by resolving up to the F sharp at the 16th fret on the 4th string. So an incredibly effective little solo, using just the most basic of basic scale patterns, position 1 minor pentatonic. But it works, and it works brilliantly well, just especially if you start cranking the wah pedal, as I was doing there, and as Brian did on the original recording, when you're doing those kind of 16th note pull-off kind of things. Some accessible but quite impressive sounding licks that you can learn from this solo. So now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as usual, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen there, and of course the backing track to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. $3 or about £3 a month get you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos, and of course a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. But that's pretty much it for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative, and maybe even entertaining in some small way or other. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream, as I'm sure you know by now, because I say it in every video, but I'll continue to say it. It's every Friday at 5 PM UK time, and you know what happens. We drink beer and talk about stuff, usually guitar or music related, or the conversation can and often does go anywhere. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.